What's up?
Man. Hey man, how you doing?
All right, what's going on?
Have a seat, man. I've been waiting on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's new?
Oh man, I brought this video out here. I wanted to show you our recent fishing adventure. Took a bunch of women out fishing with us, and I know you were busy here working at the store, but I wanted you to take a look at it. We had a great time.
You're a brave soul. Let's check it out.
All right. So what I did was I invited my wife, Amy, and a good family friend of ours, Caitlin Kentzer, and Deborah, we call her Aunt Deborah, Deborah Latham. She joined us on a fishing trip. It was an all-ladies trip, and my job was to do nothing but drive the boat. So, I did some preparation at the beginning, but the women really did a lot of the work. And, it was a challenge because, being the fishing control freaks that we are, it's hard to let go of the reins and let them just fish for themselves. But I got to hand it to them. They did a really good job. Tied the knots, put out the baits, did all the work, and we caught fish. We absolutely caught fish. So it was a really good time. The conditions that day, it was nice weather, and I guess I just say it couldn't have gone much better. It was a lot of fun. Okay guys, this is Ladies' Day fishing, all right? This is all about you guys, all right? Tie the rigs on. You're going to catch the bait. You're going to put the baits out. My job is boat driver. So Ladies' Day fishing, if we catch fish, it will be because you guys catch the fish, all right? So it's up to you guys to work together. We're going to go offshore about 20 miles. And we'll be fishing for king mackerel. That is our #1 fish. But you know how it is. You might see a shark or a cobia or mahi, or knowing the lady luck, maybe even a sailfish. So who knows? But anyway, it's up to you guys today. So we'll see how it goes, all right?
All right.
No Limits Fishing with Captain Barrett and Captain Brant McMullen is brought to you by Yellowfin Yachts, only in a Yellowfin.
Man, I'm glad you got a chance to take those ladies fishing. It's, sometimes we lose perspective on things when it's just you and I fishing. We're jaded. We've been fishing a very long time, and it's usually super intense, and kind of change up the dynamics of the crew, and it can add some more energy back into things, and and frankly, it gets us more excited about going fishing as well.
Yep, that's exactly. I completely couldn't agree with you more. It re-energizes us and our spirit to fish, and I think you saw me practicing my old head shake. That's where I can't believe this is going on. But you know what? You just got to let it happen, and it was, like I said, you're going to be surprised.
Yeah, it takes you want to say it takes patience, but it's just you got to go into it with the right attitude and just realize that not everybody has been around the world fishes every day for a living, and so when you get a bite and it's for something that you maybe caught 100 times, it might be their first chance at something like this, and it's a really neat experience for them, and just got to relax.
Yeah. Well, check out some more. You're going to be impressed. All right, good job.
I did pretty work. I did pretty work.
Okay, now.
All right. The
This
trick
is the
is
part where we try to do it without making a terrible mess.
there's a lot of babies in there.
You know, is that a floater? Pretty much is. It's on my board.
All right. You need to put it in there.
Yep. Take that whole net and go right into that well.
Oh, here's your
Take a left, turn around.
All right. Gracious, you got a load, girl. It's a knot down there.
Yeah. Somebody, Caitlin, you're holding my legs and smash. I told you you'd be impressed. How about that?
Wow. Amy is definitely impressive throwing that cast net. I mean, that's a 10-foot net. That's no joke. I mean, you know, you have to have done it before.
That's an Ocean Isle Fishing Center custom. That net is actually weighted extra heavy. So I was impressed. I had my doubts, and actually I got in trouble for doubting her before we went fishing. But she said that she could do it, and she only, she threw the net one time.
Floated it. So that's really good. I mean, you know, catching pogies is an important part of the day, and you know, throwing that net is an important skill to have. And you know, you can see. I mean, Amy is very fit, of course, but you know, strength is not what it's all about. You know, technique is very important, and she obviously had good instruction somewhere along the line. She loaded it up just right. Threw the net right on top of the pogies, and that was that.
Yeah, I get a lot of folks that come to us at the Ocean Isle Fishing Center, and they want to learn how to throw those large nets. And you know, I tell them that it's all about the loading the net, the actual, you know, preparing the net. And you saw Amy how she was splitting the net apart, and you know, that's what it's really taking a big net and making it into a small net. And then, like you just said, it's not about being this big, huge, you know, brute to be able to throw this net. And once you can load it and have the technique. Now, balance, that's probably one thing I see that people lack a lot of, but the balance is important.
Sure. Yeah, that's that definitely, you could see it was a pretty nice day, but it was still a couple feet, and her trying to stand on the bow there throwing the net may have been a little tricky, but you know, a good example we were talking about a minute ago of, you know, getting excited about things that we maybe not normally get excited about. When she threw that net and she was pulling, see if she caught any, and then the pogies popped up in the net, it was like, oh, right, yes, you know, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, that is kind of cool. I remember when I first started, that was cool.
Hey, success right off the bat, and you know, we loaded them into the well, and now we're ready to go fishing. So everything is prepared, and check out the rest of what happened.
Man, typical.
I told you this was about to get entertaining. How you like that for a good old family, wholesome entertainment?
Were y'all using pogies or breadcrumbs for bait?
Yeah, we set out the trailer breadcrumbs. The funniest thing was that, you know, the women, they're all fired up because it's just a women's, and they want to prove that they can do this deal. And so I think Deborah set out this long line, and I'm telling you, they hadn't even got the second line out before, you know, nobody was really watching. So all of a sudden the rod bends over and starts taking out line, and everybody turns around and jumps to action, and then it was like, oh no.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that it does happen. I will admit, I won't blame it on the ladies there. It occasionally a bird will get brave and go after one of your baits, but man, that couldn't have been any more fitting for the way this one gets started.
It was scripted perfectly. I actually had that planned. I wanted them to have to endure all of the hardships that we have to fight.
Well, tell me this, did you go to a specific spot to target the birds, or certain spots that hold the birds better?
I stopped right where I saw a couple and brought that one in. But, you know, for all of the PETA folks out there, you know, they'll actually be happy to know that that bird was released unharmed. Now, I can't say the same for the crew. Did you see, I think that was Deborah. Deborah was the one who grabbed the thing. She didn't hesitate. She jumped on that thing. Did you see that thing grab her hand?
That's Aunt Deborah. She eats those things, I think.
She eats them.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's good. But yeah, anyway, the bird got let go, and you know, it swam off. I actually saw it fly off, and believe it or not, it actually came back. and pestered our baits some more. And that was when Caitlin, we found out that a talent that Caitlin has is actually, she has a bird distress call that she makes that was actually able to shoo the bird away. And so that became part of the day. But anyway, after all of that drama, we got back to fishing, and things go a little bit better. Check this out.
What'd you do?
Keep running. Don't worry about
Now back under. There you go. Perfect.
Oh my God, there's no chance.
Whoa, come on, boom! That was the other part that
No Limits Fishing with Captains Brandt and Barrett McMullen is brought to you by the Ocean Isle Fishing Center, located at the base of the bridge at Ocean Isle Beach, the go-to place for everything fishing in the Carolinas.
You got a live well full of pogies. You got through the mess of the bird. You're out there fishing now. Where'd you guys go?
Yeah, we were actually fishing a spot local here out of Ocean Isle Beach called the Jungle. Okay. It's in about 65 feet of water. It's a hard bottom area, meaning it's really a very expansive area of just broken rock and contour that draws the bait fish into the area. And prior to going fishing, the king mackerel bite had picked up a lot, and we knew that the fish were in that general depth of water, and we know that area is an area where they come to, so that was kind of why we went there.
Makes sense. Well, after seeing the ladies in action, I gotta say I am impressed. They look like a finely oiled piece of machinery.
Yeah, they did a really good job. If you notice as they move about the boat, they were really working together. You saw, one of the ladies would grab the rod. I think they even passed the rod a couple times so that some of them might, get the downrigger up. One thing, did you notice, when you get a bite, one of the first things that we always do is crank that downrigger up, and that is because you've got the big heavy ball down there, with the wire line. If your fishing line touches that, then it's going to break instantly. So one of the first things we do is get that up, so you see the ladies running and grabbing that early on.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing, it's important, whether you're tournament fishing or fun fishing,
right.
You get that downrigger up, that's number one job, so
right.
you don't cut your fish off. But one of the things I was particularly impressed with, which is, certainly not the first time I've seen ladies fishing. I've been fishing with ladies very often, and the way that they angle the fish. I question whether or not ladies make better anglers than men. They seem to be more patient, more delicate, especially with the kind of fishing you guys were doing,
right.
which was with real small tackle, small hooks. And I fish when my wife Stephanie goes with us a lot. She's been on the show a couple of times, and it's really impressive to see how much quicker they learn the techniques
right.
for angling than a guy. Sometimes you got to beat him over the head with it to tell him, okay, it's not all about strength, it's about finesse.
Right, yeah, well, the guys think they know everything anyway, right? That's what the ladies would say. But yeah, they take instruction well, and they have the finesse. And you mentioned the rigs, the standard rigs. Just, we were using our 2-hook, treble hook rig. I mean, there wasn't much fancy about it with a wire leader, but obviously the hooks are very small, and just like you said, finesse is required to be sure that you don't pull the hooks on the fish, and so they did a really good job of that. How do you like some of that gaffing?
That was special. I think maybe we might need to go back to the drawing board, but hey, yeah. Fish got in the boat.
Yeah, the fish made it in the boat. There is, it takes some practice for sure, the gaffing, and I think there was a few swings and misses, and at the end there, the last shot, Aunt Deborah gaffed a fish. One of the things you do want to always be sure is to never bring the gaff in and turn it upright, because when that hook goes upside down, you saw everybody running for cover.
Yeah.
You got a fish with sharp teeth and treble hooks hanging off of it, flopping around on the deck. Everybody ran for cover, but the ladies have been doing a really good job so far. But check out some of the more, they keep it up. Check it out. All right. These ladies are out here catching all these nice fish, but I don't want to give them too much credit, because the boat driver, of course, has to put them on the fish. Now, so it's important you remember that. If you notice the depth finder here we were just looking at, this is a very important feature right here. This is actually the thermocline. If you look right here, you can see the change in color, and that is where what's called your thermocline. And we're catching all these fish on our downrigger just below that thermocline. That's a very important feature and a reason why we're catching fish today. All right, ladies. Well, not bad. You guys did a great job today. Obviously, these fish were destined to die just by the sheer fact I don't see any hooks in these fish. Did they jump in the boat today?
They did.
The fish must have jumped in the boat. You guys did a good job, though. Just kidding. Everybody did a great job. All these ladies, you guys hooked all your fish, all your baits, gaffed all your fish, fought your fish all by yourself. I'm proud of all you guys. Good job. Congratulations. Let's go home and fix these up and enjoy them for dinner. Good job, ladies.
Thank you.
Glad you guys put some fish in the boat. You got some king mackerel. It's actually a pretty good fish to eat if done right.
Hey.
We got Chef House here.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
All right, all
I
right.
prepared some king mackerel bites, tossed in a wing sauce, and also a smoked king mackerel dip.
Wow.
So try that out for me.
I got you. So we got smoked king mackerel dip right here.
Yes, prepared with cream cheese, Parmesan cheese, and a little sour cream.
Wow.
Smoked.
And then this is like a buffalo wing fish
My-
version.
Right.
Thanks so much. This food looks incredible.
You're welcome.
Oh man, I can't wait to try it. This fish dip. Let me dig into this.
Yeah.
Man, I wish the ladies were here. I kind of feel guilty, but
Snooze, you lose. What do you think?
oh my gosh, that is incredible. Fish dip, little pita bites.
Yeah, the chef here we're at the Wing Company here in Charlotte, and man, this guy is talented. He can make anything taste amazing, and it's a pretty neat deal. You go out there, catch your own fish, bring them back here. He whips them up, and look what you got. I mean,
You
incredible.
can't
meal.
argue about freshness, that's for sure. So
That's right.
check that one. Tell me about that one. Tastes like. How's it?
It looks darn good. I can tell you that right
yeah,
now.
that's in hot sauce, I think, isn't it? Great. Is it good?
Wow.
All right, well, as you can see, the ladies did a great job, and now we're getting to enjoy the spoils of their fishing trip. And I know you were busy working on the last one, but hopefully you can make the next one. So I'm looking forward to the next fishing adventure.
No Limits Fishing with Captains Brant and Barrett McMullen is brought to you by the new Carolina Wing and Fish Company, located in downtown Charlotte, under new ownership, featuring fresh fish straight off the boats from the Ocean Isle Fishing Center.
Fishing report's going to be pretty good this week. Obviously, the king mackerel are biting.
Yeah. 65 foot of water has been the magic depth, which is supposed to be this time of year. Well, I'd back up a little bit. It's actually late. This 65 foot depth bite typically happens mid-June to mid-July, but now we're all the way into August, and it's really peaking. So I guess that has to do with the late winter that we had, but we're seeing a lot of kingfish right now.
Yeah, that's good. Beyond the live bait fishing in that range, I guess the Gulf Stream stuff. Normally this time of year, it's not too good.
Right.
But I think I've heard a few reports lately that might not be the case.
Yeah, I actually had a gentleman call me just earlier this morning and give me a report of catching dolphin, wahoo, and blue marlin. He caught a blue marlin out there fishing a well-known area called the 100-400, which is basically in about 200 to 300 feet of water. So that's encouraging to hear.
Yeah, I guess if there is a time of year out of this area where you might want to catch a blue marlin, this would be it. Middle of summer. I guess there's a lot of the small dolphin out there, and the blue marlin, follow them around a lot. So,
right.
There's not a great blue marlin fishery out here, but this is the time certainly to catch them.
Yeah, and also the charter boats out of the Ocean Isle Fishing Center have caught a couple of wahoo this week. Actually, while they're king mackerel fishing, which I guess it's not totally unheard of, but as the water has warmed up and been consistent everywhere throughout the range, some of those Gulf Stream fish have moved in, and we've actually heard reports of some sailfish being around. But it's really cool to be king mackerel fishing, and your next bite is a wahoo, which is 40, 60, 80 pounds. Actually, there was a couple that caught I think it was 89-pound wahoo a week ago, fishing in 80 feet of water off Ocean Isle. How about that?
that would definitely light up one of your king mackerel reels, that's for sure. But I think it's a common theme we talk about in the summertime, which is, warm water everywhere. You get a variety of different species: king mackerel, cobia, sailfish, mahi, barracuda, amberjack. There's a lot of stuff going on. I guess if there's one thing we got to be a little bit negative about this summer, it's been the lack of Spanish mackerel.
Yeah, Yeah, the Spanish fishing has been slow, and you know, as you know, I'm connected with the charter fishing at the fishing center, and Spanish mackerel are one of our mainstays, especially for our short family trips close to the shore. And man, they have just been slow this year. And you know, we talked about in previous episodes about the you know, the rain and how much that's affected our near shore. It's finally getting better, and I'm finally hearing better reports of some Spanish close to shore. So hopefully that's about to change.
I hear you. Well, if it's not Spanish, maybe you can pull on some sharks, and maybe that's something we'll go do on one of our next adventures. But anyways, until next time, we'll be ready to go get them.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.